Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this video on Oracle Integration Cloud. And in this video, I'm going to discuss about Oracle Integration Cloud connectivity with on-premises databases, especially Oracle EBS, because this is the main concern of any organization in order to move to cloud, that how I'm going to integrate with my on-premises databases. So the purpose of this video itself is to cover all this scenario, and we'll be discussing different objects of OCI, which is the major part of the whole cloud of Oracle, and under OCI this submodule is called OIC. We will see in detail about the difference of OIC and OCI and how companies can utilize OIC for their integration with on-premises applications. Okay, at the moment currently Oracle integration is version 2. At the same time, it is available to update or upgrade to version 3. So in version 3 there are more sort of facilities or functions or layout changes and things like that. So in this video I'm going to explain about the version 2. I mean, the screens will be of version 2, but functionality will remain as it is almost. So if we take example, this is our on-premises and here is our cloud. So like we have something databases or any application in our cloud, like autonomous database or Oracle Apex in autonomous databases, things like that, right? So now the point is, if for example we have a database over here in the on-premises EBS on-premises, and we need some sort of integration, pull, push, I mean this type of information, or we need to move files, text files and things like that, CSV files for the data movement. Then we need an internet connection, and if you see here on the right side, this is OIC. So you need an agent, Oracle agent, which is provided by OIC. You will be able to download, you will be able to configure, and that's it. What it will do. So for example, you have a database 1.1 and this is 1.2 or any Apex instance or something like that, right? Now when you will have the agent running and it is connected to your OIC account, so then you will be able to configure your connection using this IP. That means this OIC will be like in your local network. So you will be able to access these IPs like you are accessing locally. Yeah. So the connectivity will become very easy, very easy. And then you can say, like, just imagine the way you are connecting Toad, or you are connecting any application, a PL SQL developer locally. So what you do, you create a connection string, right? In the connection string you mention IP address of the database, port number, and SID of your database, right, or service name. The same way, when your agent is running, you will be able to do over here, right? In the connection, when you will create the connection, I will show in a while how you will create the connection, what kind of information need to be provided over there. So you will be providing IPs like you are in local network. That's it. It's just simple, like 1, 2, 3. Okay, now for the newcomers, the question will be, what is the difference in OCI and OIC? I mean, its terms are very close to each other, but yes, they are close to each other, but they are not same. So if you see here, when you will have the OCI cloud, Oracle cloud, so this all is OCI, means that whole infrastructure options provided to you is OCI. So your account will be at this level, OCI, right? So you will be able to create your own virtual machines over here, storage, networking, databases, etc. You know, all these options will be there in OCI. Now, if you see here, this whole screen is showing you under OCI developer services, right? Now, where is the OIC? So OIC is integration, which is just a sub-module over here, if you see here. So OIC is a sub-module, or you can say sub-module of OCI. Yeah. So OCI is a major picture over here. So there are so many things in developer services, and out of this one is integration. So when you will have the access to the integration, which by the way in the free account you will not have it, so you need paid services for this. If you see here in integration, you will find these options, right? So even in integration there is integration. So no need to confuse. It is where you create integrations, but to create integration you need these few objects or all objects depending on your requirements, but mainly you will need adapters, agent, lookups you might not need it, but connections. Yeah. So these will make your integrations. Right. Integration agent. This is the main concept of your OIC, how it works. So you are going to create excuse me, agent group, which is nothing, just name and identifier. So you can say ABC, ABC, simple, just to identify, nothing in this at the moment, nothing technical in this. But of course your agent will be linked to this, right? So it should be a very identifiable name. It shouldn't be, don't just enter anything, but it should be, let's say for example, if you are connecting agent with your production, so you can say EBS underscore prod, something like that. So you will create, and once you will create it, that's it. Nothing else, no other technical stuff. And then you will be able to, if you see here under this screen, you will get this download option, see, and connectivity agent. You will download connectivity agent, which is Java program. jar files will be there, few folders will be there. That's it. You will be able to download a zip file. You will unzip it, and you will copy that on a machine, one machine, maybe on the database or any separate machine, because this connectivity will be established with that machine, and whatever network is there on that machine, it will be assigned to that agent. So let's say for example your network is 192.168.1.1, let's say for example, of that machine. So that means when you will be connecting from OIC, this whole network will be available. So you will be able to enter the IP address straightforward. Okay, and in if you see here, it has the connectivity agent, and in version 3 you will get the configuration download option here as well. So it's something additional, but the concept is same. Even that configuration changes I will show in a while are very straightforward and very easy. But those will be pre-filled if you will have the version 3. And all those who are having version 2 at the moment, they can move to version 3. And those who are new, they can just use version 3. Okay, now when you will download that, there will be inside, there will be one file called installerprofile.cfg. So I need to explain this, because this is the whole integration between your on-premises and your OIC. So, and this exactly this file will be there, so you don't need to have any worries about the template. The only thing you need to enter this URL, which will be your cloud account, right? It will remain same for all almost. And this is your port number. It will remain as it is, 443. And this is that agent group which I was telling you that you have to be careful. So here I said JS_CRP. So you will just enter over there, and with this configuration, it will connect to that under this account, right? Here, this is optional. You can enter over here. If you will enter it over here, when you will run this configuration, it will not ask you for the username and password. But if you will remove it or comment it out from here, then at command prompt, it will ask you username and password while running the agent service, right? But it's optional because maybe if while keeping it over here, it will expose your password. So you can keep, because here I just make static. It's not static. It's clear text, right? Just your password. So it will be easily. Exposable, or you can, there's a risk as well. So it's your choice. If your server is secure, you can use it password over here, but otherwise you can enter while running it. There are certain proxy settings down over here. If you have the proxies, you can use it over here. Else, the only thing you need to enter against these two lines. That's it. By default, these will not be there. I just added over here. This OIC underscore user and password. These are not there in the default file, configuration file, which is downloaded, right? So if you see here, this is the host name, syntax is there, and SSL port. So this I have provided. That's it. Once this is done, you will save it and just run using java -jar connectivity agent.jar, which is part of that folder. This jar file is there. Now the only thing is you need to check Java version. At the moment it is 11. I think it is 8 is obsolete for this, and you need to move to latest version 11 or 17. I think version for version 3 you need Java 17, right? So this you have to take care. Better to check the documentation at that point in time when you are configuring it. So because normally this is the major problem of the Java version when you are starting your agent. So once agent is started, you are in the same network. Your OIC account and your on-premises, they are in the same network. Okay. Now if you see here adapters. In OIC, Oracle has provided at the moment 81 adapters, just listed over there. These adapters are sort of connectivity adapters. Let's say, for example, you have to connect with any third-party external or Oracle product. So you will be using these adapters, and they will make your connectivity very straightforward, because when you will click certain adapter, it will give you the connectivity fields or entries. You will enter those and you are connected. That's it. Okay. So if you see here, I have selected over here, or you can say searched Oracle, and you can find 22 adapters. So this is for data warehouse, autonomous database. This is transaction processing, autonomous database, and so on. EBS suite, Oracle database, right? So let's say, for example, if you need to connect Oracle database, which is on premises, you will select this Oracle database, and then you will enter IP address, the same local IP like you are in the network, port number, and SID or service name. That's it. You are connected. Connections. Because adapters you have to select. Adapters you are not creating it at all. These are available, readily available. So let's say, for example, if I am in OIC and I need to connect to ATP, Autonomous Transaction Processing. This is autonomous database, or you can say Oracle database. Let's say on premises you will have Oracle database. So if you need to connect, you will select and it will give you the options, right? And here it is. So for ATP you will have these information to be entered, and the main thing of your connection is this role. You will get three options. One is trigger, one is invoke, and one is trigger and invoke. So you have to select as per your requirements, right? There are certain conditions, or you can say usage of these different roles, right? Now, once you will have connection, you have the adapters, your agent is running, so you will be creating the integration in your OIC. This is version 2, but in version 3 you will get less option, almost these two. The first one, so apps driven orchestration and scheduled orchestration, right? These are the two major options you will have it. And file transfer, I think that is also merged in this, in this, and these will not be there, these three. So anyway, so this is the apps orchestration, this which is application. I mean, in order to call it, you need application. But in this scheduled orchestrations, what you have to do, you will have a schedule. So just imagine when, if you have already worked in Oracle EBS, so when you will schedule a work request, this is scheduling. But if you are calling something or triggering something from instead of scheduling, or you are just submitting or immediately, so it will run immediately as compared to schedule. Scheduling means daily run at 7 a.m. or every 5 minutes, every 1 minute, you know. So this is scheduling. So these two are major differences, you know. So in connection, trigger and invoke, and here this apps driven orchestration and schedule orchestration. I'm not going into detail of each because this is not a technical session. I'm not going into the technical session, but it's an overall orientation about OIC. Okay, if you see here, this is the integration, how you will create the integration. So you will enter name, etc. and package. This is optional, just logical management. And if you see here, triggered by application, event, or business object, okay, you will just create. And here, this is the canvas or screen where you actually create your business logic or the way data will flow, right? So if you see here, since it is schedule orchestration, so the start is with schedule, right? And then inside there are mappers, then you have connectivity adapters, and let's say for example, here just for the sample, I just use a loop as well. So something, let's say for example, you got from here, it was multi rows, then here there is a script to and insert, you know, and then update somewhere where you want it over there. So all these options you will have it over here. You will have the if condition, case like statements, just like gates as well. Let's say for example, this, if not, go this way, you know. So this is where you define your integration as a whole, right? So on the right side, you will have all these options. You can define your variables. You can define global variables, exception, and all those things. Again, this is a very lengthy topic, not for this video at least, but yes, this is how it will look like. So now this integration, it can work by calling from a URL, or it will be a schedule. So let's say for example, if it is apps orchestration, you need to trigger it, right? You need something. So you might have RESTful services. So even you can define your RESTful services in OIC. So for example, if you have apps orchestration, then you will be calling a RESTful service. Then it will come over here, hit from here, and it will go like this. And at the end, it can return response as well. But in this case, schedule, it will not return. It is just closing over here. And so this is the integration, right? The process overall. So another is layout. Let's say, for example, horizontal, like this. If it is vertical, then you know diagram will be like this. So it's something like this. Nothing much in this. But yes, this integration, it looks very difficult, but there is no coding, nothing is required. Just you need to drag from here these objects, inside objects. You need to drag and drop, nothing else. So nothing to worry. The only thing is you need to know your requirement. If you know your requirement, then you can achieve over here. And if you have already development experience, it is very easy, because you know. Otherwise, let's say for example, if someone will say loop, you don't know loop, then it will be hard. So you can perform all these inserts, updates, deletion, all these options are there. I might create separate videos for each sort of these options or modules, or I mean, say, let's say for example, how to create integration, or details, further details on agents, how to create and things like that. But I believe at least the purpose of this video is to give you a concept of OIC. So once you will, if it is scheduled or you are running the way, it will show you uh, details of the integration, how it went or what was the process executed. So if you see here, all this information is there, where there was loop, iteration, processing completed successfully, all these details will be there, and further metadata of this request will be here. So if you have worked on Oracle EBS concurrent manager, it is, I mean, almost same like that. So you can schedule or you can call, it's the same concept, right? So this is your Oracle integration, OIC. I think with this, even as management, you will be able to have the idea that, okay, if you are going to move certain application in OCI or Oracle Cloud, then how you are going to connect with your local instance. It's very straightforward. You will be using OIC, and OIC is very easy to configure, very easy to use, and you will feel like you are in the same network, right? The only thing is you need a strong internet connectivity, and if internet is strong enough, it will be very straightforward, very simple, right? So you can even use files like FTP from your on-premises to your cloud, or cloud to this. So it depends how you want to do that one, right? I think I have covered your OIC at least, which is part of OCI, Oracle Configuration, Oracle Cloud Integration, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. Under Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, you have the OIC, Oracle Integration Cloud, and we just had introduction of that, right? Thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.